Hello student, today we will discuss about minimum reflex condition and total reflex condition. So before discuss this minimum reflex condition, we have to understand some points. This diagram, it is a equilibrium diagram. Yx, what is y? Y is a mole fraction of more volatile component in vapor phase. X is the mole fraction of more volatile component in liquid phase. Some condition is defined xw, xf, xd. What is xd? Xd is the composition of distillate, your top product, except your composition of feed. Xw is composition of bottom product. It is nothing but actually you can define in terms of mole fraction also. So you can say xd is a mole fraction of more volatile in a top product or in a distillate. Xd this except your feed condition. It is a f except it is your feed condition of composition. So it is a mole fraction of more volatile component in a feed. Xw is nothing. It is a mole fraction of bottom product. Xw is mole fraction of more volatile component in bottom product. So now this is the Yx equilibrium diagram. So in condition of minimum reflux condition, you have already know R is equal to IL by D. It is a reflex. It is the L. What is L? What is D? L is the liquid which is fed back to the column. D is the your top product. So R is equal to L by D. L liquid fed back to the column. D your top product or distillate. So when you require minimum reflex condition, so it is minimum for its minimum you have to increase your D maximum. You have to maximize D. So in this condition, when you will draw graph, suppose your feed is saturated liquid. When your feed is saturated liquid, you will get feed line like this, perpendicular. So now you are getting one point, this point. It is an intersection between equilibrium curve and Q line. So for this minimum condition, you have to meet these 2 points. It is xd and it is the point intersection between Q line or feed line and your equilibrium curve. So you will get this point. So you have to just meet this xd point with this point and extend the line up to this axis. So we already know y is equal to r plus 1 x plus xd r plus 1. It is the top operating line for rectifying section. So it is top operating line for rectifying section. So xd r plus 1, it is intersection xd r minimum plus 1. In this condition, R will be R minimum. So by this way, you will get R minimum plus 1. So this operating line will pass through the point which is the intersection of Q feed line and equilibrium curve. Okay. Now we will discuss total reflex condition. What is total reflex condition? So in total reflex condition, you know that R is equal to L by D, and you require R to be maximum. So if it is maximum, so then your D will be 0. At this condition, R will be infinite. R will be infinite because D is equal to 0. You want total reflex, so you have to do D 0. Then R will be maximum or total reflex. It is the condition of total reflex. So For this, we know already. Suppose it's a XW, it is a XF, XF, XD, XD. So suppose your feed, which is entering in column, your feed which is entering in column is liquid vapor mixture. So you will get feed line like this. You have XW point, you have XD point. Now just draw the curve of the top operating line. It is a top operating line. Now it is a bottom operating line. So suppose in this condition R is equal to 3. Okay. Now when your R, that is reflex, suppose it is a 5. It is a 5. Now increase this value. Then you will get a graph like this. Like this. So it is a R1, it is R2, it is R3. So R3 greater than R2 greater than R1. At total reflex condition, what happened? This bottom operating line will coincide with diagonal, and also your top operating line will coincide with diagonal. Y is equal to X. So you will get a graph like this. You will get graph like this. Okay. So when you will calculate the stage number, you can also calculate the minimum number of stages required for this reflex condition, because if you will use total reflex condition, then the number of stages which is required will be minimum. So you can calculate it by using Fenske equation. What is Fenske equation? It is Nm plus 1 is equal to ln bracket xd 1 by 1 minus xd into 1 minus xw divided by xw divided by ln alpha average. What is alpha? Alpha is relative volatility. And how you will calculate alpha average? It is nothing but geometric mean of various relative volatilities. Alpha average under root alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3. Then how it is the way by which you can calculate alpha average. It is nothing but geometric mean of various volatilities. So hope this is clear all of you. Okay.